Hello. I don't know if anybody's here, but let's begin the recap. Launch. Oh, hi, Missa. Welcome. I hope the audio is balanced though. Is it fine? Give me a sec. Where were we? Mekai. Okay, there we go. Pardon, I needed to go grab myself a guide. Oh, game's a little bit loud. Gotcha. I hope that's better. If it isn't, I hope this is better because I'm pretty sure that this is even quite low for the game's volume for me. Or I could just increase my volume. There we go. By like a bit. Okay, let's go. If anybody was curious about how recaps look like, there we go. We are in the sync control room, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, there we go. So let's talk to Pewter to learn more about Aiba. Aiba's skirt is so short.
Aiba is linked to your brain with an artificial nerve. To put it more simply, Aiba is a part of your brain. During syncing, your consciousness is sent into the subject's Somnium. Part of Aiba's self is also synced, but only a part. Not all of Aiba's functions are transferred into Somnium.
So that's why Somnium Aiba is so dumb.
Don't call me dumb.
The reason why Somnium Aiba is dumb is because she is operating through Date's logic, I guess. If that makes better sense. Tiny bit too low now. Okay. Let me just increase that by a bit. Just let me know if anything. Feel free to let me know about the volume.
Hey, Pewter. When we were in Somnium earlier, Aiba was in human form. She's never looked like that before.
That was Aiba's idea.
What?
I thought you would be more pleased. I designed it to your taste.
What part of that was my taste?
I know everything inside your mind. You don't have to hide it.
Pewter, Aiba's broken. She's talking crazy.
I am not broken.
Perhaps Aiba admires the human form.
I want you guys to notice that Aiba's hair, at least Aiba's hair, resembles a lot like Boss's. So it would be fair to assume that Aiba modeled herself after Boss because Date finds her attractive. But what doesn't make much sense to me is why Aiba is so petite when Date is known for being kind of perverted. So yeah, that's a question mark moment for me.
It's not that. It was just a little something. I consider Kaname Date to be my host. I owe him gratitude. I simply thought that appearance would make him happy.
Why would that make me happy? Pewter, who do you think the culprit is?
Well, let's see. Perhaps it was you, Special Agent Date.
What?
I'm kidding.
Imagine being the investigator of a case and then your colleague tells you that you might as well be the culprit.
Oh, that. I saw it too.
Who or what do you think it was?
Most likely someone Mizuki saw in person projected into her subconscious. Dreams can only be constructed from images and experiences the subject was present for. Mizuki's Somnium couldn't have contained that figure if she didn't see it in person. Of course, not everything we see in our dreams looks exactly the same as it did in the real world. You saw some strange things in Somnium earlier, didn't you, Dante? That event you experienced is obviously not as it happened in reality. Dreams are a collage of many memories, intertwining and blending with each other. Your skills as a sinker allow you to untangle those dreams and solve mysteries no one else can.
You as a sinker, by the way, the sinker ability is very, very prominent to solving this murder mystery case.
Say, Mizuki, who was that figure I saw?
What?
In Somnium, in your dream, I saw a silhouette.
Date, Mizuki would not understand the question. She does not experience somnium as you do. You are witnessing a dream inside her brain.
I told you I'm fine. So annoying.
So annoying.
I annoyed you already, huh?
The pressure is annoying.
What pressure?
Force over area measured in pascals, dummy.
She's so smart.
I see she is back to her usual self. Her attitude is within normal parameters.
Hello,
I think I
angry
liked it better when she was
Sasquatch.
silent.
Oh wait, apparently I have to talk to boss first.
How would I know? We still don't have enough information. Continue your investigation, Special Agent.
Also, Nemo, since you were late, I wanted to make a mention that Aiba designed her human appearance based on Date's taste. And if you notice, her hair is a lot like Boss's. So take that as you will.
No need to report specifics. We saw it all from here in the control room. What the sinker sees in Somnium is projected here, remember? We've got it all recorded.
Isn't it incredible? I invented it.
Anyway, we know about the figure you saw. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, I'm glad she's talking again. You healed the wounds in her heart by syncing with her. Well, you meaning you and Aiba.
The boss has extraordinary perception. I deserve much of the credit for helping Mizuki recover her voice.
All you did was follow my instructions.
Date, Mizuki needs you. Protect her. Right, there was something. Hey, Mizuki. When we found you, you were holding the ice pick, right? Can you tell us why?
When I got there, the ice pick was... It was stuck in my mom's eye. I couldn't think straight. The only thing I could think was... I had to get it out.
So, you panicked and pulled it out.
Yeah,
And you held on to it when you hid in the column.
yeah.
Okay, just one more question. This is very important. When you pulled out the ice pick, was Shoko's eye still there?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
The eye socket was empty.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mizuki. That was very helpful.
Boss shines in moments like this. She doesn't hesitate to ask anything.
Now we know that Mizuki did not remove the victim's eye.
When we got to the scene, it was definitely missing.
And it has not yet been recovered. We can therefore conclude it has been removed from the scene.
Alright, still show. There's some indigenous jewelry from New Guinea. I think this is called a koteka. Koteka? Give me a moment. File. An accessory worn by indigenous people in New Guinea, a cylindrical sheath made from a hollowed out gourd? Oh, oh, gomenne. I'm sorry. Oh, why did I choose to check that of all things? I did not expect that. Anyway, let's move on. Back to Mizuki.
Never mind. Did you see anyone at the merry-go-round the night you found Shoko?
I did. I saw someone in the corner past the merry-go-round.
Who did you see?
I don't know. It was dark and raining. They looked scary, so I hid inside the merry-go-round. The door was open a little bit, so I snuck in.
You guys could do me a favor and Google Koteka. Like, I'm pretty sure like this is a very simplified version of the entire thing, but like, what is it? Could you, could you have a look at it for me?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
Because I don't want to.
That's not a reason. You were at the scene of the crime because of that Nile message. Whoever sent it to you is a prime suspect.
I don't think she is going to answer. When she is in a mood, it's impossible to get her to talk.
When she is in a mood.
That's the kind of girl she is.
Sometimes I think you know her better than I do.
How long do you think I've been observing her?
It's been 4 years now.
Correct. I know things that even you do not know.
Like? Actually, never mind. Some things I'm better off not knowing.
Yep.
By the way, we already looked into Mizuki's cell phone. Unfortunately, the contents were wiped.
Oh no.
I'm tracing the sender of the Nile message through other means, but it's taking me some time.
Are you hungry?
I'm fine now, but I didn't forget your promise.
I promise?
Unagi, you said you'd take me.
So you heard that, huh?
Aphonia only affects speech. Her hearing should still be intact.
Sure, Mizuki. When we're all done here.
Unagi. Okay, alright. Wait, so I have to talk to Peter? Okay. Oh, I gotta get that one out.
In a normal dream, the person experiencing the dream cannot remove themselves from it. Dreams are first-person experiences. However, the circumstances are slightly different during a sync. The syncer dives into the subject's mind and experiences their subconscious thoughts. But this dream is experienced as an observer, as though you were watching a play. The subject is the author, director, and actor. The syncer is merely the audience.
You know, Misa, thank you so much for that. Thank you. I will do further research on this.
Anyway, I get the story. Mizuki witnessed a suspicious person at the scene, but she didn't get a good look at them.
Maybe there's something at the scene we missed. Date, could you return to the scene of the crime? There might be more to Bloom Park than we first thought.
Map. Bloom Park. Also, I'm so glad that this game has a lot of reading out, like voice acting, my bad, so I don't have to do it myself. If that were the case, I would simply like be dehydrated the entire time. Couldn't be sure of its exact location. I brought Mizuki along to help pin it down.
Somewhere around here, right?
Yup. What do you care? You never cared about me, ever. And I liked it that way. I don't want you getting close to me.
No.
You think I like you now because I hugged you after the sink? Did you think, aw, how sweet, she likes me? don't get it twisted. I only hugged you because you were standing right in front of me. Could have been anything. Could have been a pole or a cactus. In fact, I wish it were a cactus. So stop worrying about me, okay?
So she says.
The way Aiba just like dismissed all that, like,
Yeah, I do.
What do you remember?
I went to this amusement park when I was little. I was 4. I remember it so clearly. This is where I saw my mom and dad smile. I had so many happy memories here. The only happy memories I really have are from here. Memories of my family are so bright and colorful. But now, this is where Mom...
You saw that person standing here, right? A man?
Yeah,
What was he doing?
I don't know, it was dark. But I think he was watching me. He was standing there in the rain with no umbrella.
that's creepy.
But I don't remember anything else.
That's really
I got
creepy.
scared and went to hide inside the column.
That's only valid.
Nothing. Just wondering where this goes.
Aiba, what's past here?
This leads to the subway.
The subway?
It has of course closed down. It is no longer in service. This is due to the explosion at the chemical plant that occurred years ago.
8 years ago.
The surrounding district of Kawasaki was contaminated and declared off limits. Bloom Park closed for the same reason, as did all commerce and industry in Kawasaki. This means the railroads and public transportation to and from this area were shut down as well.
The subway. Aiba, does the entire track run underground?
No. The track leading northward from Bloom Park eventually rises to ground level.
At a railroad crossing?
Correct.
Then the tracks must cross a surface street at some point.
Correct.
A railroad crossing. Railroad crossing?
Aiba, do me a favor. Can you see if any cars were driving on that surface street last night?
Searching.
Hey, you've been quiet for a long time. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking.
I've got something. I picked up a single vehicle traversing that street last night, a black SUV. I ran the plate through the vehicle registration database to find the owner.
It would be so handy just to have
Who
an
was it?
Aiba.
Shoko Nadami's ex-husband and Mizuki's father. Renju Okiura.
You mean he was watching her? Da-da-da-da.
So let me get this straight. You think that Daddy drove his car on the tracks through the tunnel, stopped at the closed down station, and carried Mom's body to the park?
Mm-hmm.
I can't prove it was Renju. There's a chance someone else was driving the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, in any case, I know that the suspect must have used the subway tracks. That explains why there were no cars parked near the scene. Using that subway station, you could take the body right to the merry-go-round without being caught on camera.
Daddy didn't do it.
I am not so certain.
Either way, I have to talk to Renju, and you can help me find him.
Now we gotta exhaust all these dialogue options, alright? Alright.
I don't want to say anything. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to anyone who thinks my daddy is a killer.
Look, I don't want to believe it either. I've known him for more than 5 years now. He's like family to me.
I never want to put cuffs on him. I would never want Mizuki to see that. Anyway, Renju just isn't the kind of guy who would commit a crime like this. And you'll find out that he is not the kind of person to do a crime like that. You will find out.
Hey Mizuki, tell me again. That person you saw at the merry-go-round.
No, it wasn't Daddy. I know it wasn't.
You're sure?
Well, I don't know. I think about a week ago, when I went to hang out at Lemniscape.
Did you notice anything different about him?
Nothing really. He was the same as usual.
And he didn't come to see you in the hospital, did he?
No.
Not even for his own daughter.
That is very unusual.
It's really weird, like how Mizuki and Date are roommates, and then she doesn't live with her dad, but she still hangs around him. Like, she hangs around his company.
I don't remember. It was a while ago. What about you?
What about me?
You tried calling him.
I did. I called earlier, and I tried a few times last night.
And he didn't pick up?
No. Mizuki, Renju sent you that Nile message, didn't he?
What?
I got this buddy of mine. Real bad personality, but real good with technology.
Guess which buddy that is. At first, when I first played this, I thought that was Pewter.
I got some help from them.
Bad personality.
It was a message sent at 8:05 last night. Does this sound familiar? Mizuki, Daddy got caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park's merry-go-round right away. Daddy needs your help. Please do as I say.
Yeah, that was it. It was from Daddy's phone. But I didn't want to say anything because that would make Daddy a suspect, so...
So, good news for you, Nemo. We will be exploring that aspect of the story in this route. We won't be solving the case in this route, though.
So you kept quiet.
Yeah. My dad's never said anything like that to me, ever. That he was counting on me? I had to go.
But you invited Ota along.
Bloom Park is in the middle of the Kawasaki district. There are a number of homeless individuals in a high crime rate there. Mizuki must have been worried about going alone.
But it couldn't be him.
Why not?
Daddy couldn't have sent the message. Someone else must have used his phone. And his car. Daddy wasn't driving the car either. Somebody else did it. The killer did it, not Daddy.
The only evidence we have so far leads to one conclusion. The cell phone and the car were both operated by Renju Okiura.
Imagine if you were in Mizuki's place and your dad was just, you know, involved in this thing.
Date, incoming call from the boss.
Connected.
Hey, I just got the report from Iva. Renju is a suspect?
He's definitely suspicious.
I agree. I think he's our number one suspect. He's been acting strange since last night. He didn't come see Mizuki in the hospital, won't pick up his phone, and he vanishes after questioning. He doesn't have an alibi for the time of the murder either.
He doesn't?
No, not one we can corroborate.
Alright. Time to exhaust more dialogue options.
Now, I told you he vanished. Where are you headed?
Renju's house.
Don't bother. I had local cops search the place. They didn't find anything.
Where could he be?
He didn't give us any new information. He didn't have much to say at all, really.
So Renju was questioned at a local station?
That's right.
Then why didn't you keep him there?
Protocol. Nothing we could do. He wasn't a suspect then, and we had nothing to charge him with. We couldn't hold him. Shoko's time of death was estimated to be about 5 p.m. yesterday. Renju claims that he was at home alone at the time. But that means no one can back up his story.
I can see Boss through my left eye. Aiba is streaming the image in real time. I don't have a cell phone, never cared for them. But Aiba can connect to any network in range. That's how I am able to communicate with HQ. To Mizuki, I look like I'm talking to a Bluetooth. She doesn't see what I see.
Alright, boss. Let me know if you find something.
You too. Keep me in the loop.
Where the hell did Renju go?
Sun poke?
What?
Sunpoke. Or something.
Oh, Sunfish Pocket. Renju was telling me about that place. It's a maid cafe that he runs.
I found it. Approximately 6.2 miles north-northeast in Akihabara.
I've been to Akihabara. It was fun. Akiba. For short. Anyway, be prepared. Be very prepared for this part.
Can't be.
Renju!
Yeah, that's what I had to. That's why I needed you guys to be prepared. Woo, that was something. Like, what kind of rage do you have to have for someone that you just do them like that? Police headquarters, Sunday, 9:17 a.m. And yes, poor Mizuki, because she just saw her mom, and then she saw her dad like that. Wow. In too close of a time too.
You look awful. Have you been sleeping any?
My best friend was murdered, boss. I don't have it in me to sleep right now.
Alright, what do I do? Ask boss. Let's ask boss questions.
You were the first on the scene, so you know this better than anyone, but Renju was murdered. No way this was a suicide. And the fact that his left eye was removed tells me that this was the same killer as Shoko.
A serial killer.
The new Cyclops killer.
What?
That's the nickname that's been spreading around headquarters.
New?
Yes, several years ago.
Cuter.
There is no point in hiding it from him. He would find out on his own eventually. It's all over the news. These murders have gone viral, so to speak. The killings from 6 years ago have continued. The Cyclops killer is back.
6 years ago? Is that what you were talking about, boss?
Fine. I suppose you deserve to know. We have a name for it down at HQ. The original Cyclops serial killings, to distinguish it from this new one. It was 6 years ago in October. 4 bodies were found in the mountains of Akikawa Valley.
But the decomposition of the corpses were all at different stages. They were each killed sometime during May to September of that year.
But they did have 2 things in common. They were all young women. And
Each corpse was missing their right eyeball, pulled out posthumously.
a few days after the corpses were discovered, the killer sent a statement to the press. I killed them, and they are now my dear companions. Something like that.
He signed the statement under the name Cyclops. Hence the name, the Cyclops Killer.
The Cyclops is a mythological race of one-eyed giants. According to Greek myth, they are the children of Uranus, god of the sky, and Gaia, goddess of earth. Cyclopes were known for their outstanding strength and smithing ability.
So the letter to the press wasn't a fake? It was the real killer?
Yes, it had to be.
A picture of one of the victims right after she was killed was sent along with the letter.
Also, a reminder that the new or the current The current cases. Both the corpses are missing their left eye, while the original were missing their right eye.
No, in 6 years we never got a single trace.
So maybe Cyclops is responsible for these murders as well.
No, that's impossible.
Why?
For one, the original Cyclops killer only killed women. Renju doesn't fit that profile. Second, all of the victims had their right eyes removed. But Shoko and Renju...
We're missing their left eye.
The timing of the eye removal is also inconsistent. The original Cyclops killer removed the eyes after the victims were killed. But Shoko and Renju were both still alive.
But even so, you can't say for sure this isn't our guy. Maybe they're just doing things a little differently now. Or do you have another reason?
I'm sorry, Date, I can't say anymore.
Bullshit, you can't.
It's a national secret.
How can it be a national secret?
Date, please, forget about it. I told you already, you don't need to know anything about that case to investigate this one. The criminal for this case and the case 6 years ago are not the same.
Iba, bring up all investigation records of the original Cyclops serial killings.
I already had a look through the database while you were talking. Unfortunately, I found no relevant information. I also did not discover anything of note on the internet. Only amateur theories, all lacking credibility and evidence.
Damn it.
Yep. Yeah, 2 more victims on the list. But why is it that the original killings are so secretive? Like, or why is Boss so secretive about it?
She's sleeping at the hospital. They're going to give her counseling after she wakes up.
I see.
Her mother and her father. I hope she'll be okay. Of course not. I still got a mountain of work piled up, answering to the higher-ups, the press. I'm just taking a little breather.
Alright, now we're done with Boss. I think, yeah, we're done with Boss, so let's ask questions to Pewter.
Renju had his left eyeball removed.
Right. Shoko too.
So perhaps, Mr. Date, you are the killer. You're missing your left eye, so you steal them from others. I'm kidding. Only a joke.
I'm too tired for your jokes right now, Peter.
Actually, you lost your eye 6 years ago, correct?
Yes, but I don't remember anything from back then. I lost my eye and my memories.
I was transplanted into your empty eye socket a year later. We have been together for more than 5 years.
Anyone see a connection here? There's a very, very vague connection, but we just don't know yet.
Am I not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I was here first. I was just talking to the boss about Renju's murder. 2 murders, one right after the other. How could I not be?
Pewter looks surprisingly serious. Anyway, Boss.
That's all we have for now.
All right.
Special Agent Date, we need you to continue your work.
Right. I think I'll head back to where Renju was found. Sunfish Pocket.
Some
Date,
pocket.
you're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep before you continue your investigation?
I'm fine. Let's go, Iba.
Understood.
Date is missing an eye. That's why he has Iba.
Date, The vehicle is accelerating 2% slower than usual. Did you put anything in the trunk?
No?
What about the back seat?
Back seat?
You guys see anything? Wonder what's up. Can't see anything.
Mizuki!
Enhance.
Hey, watch out! Eyes forward, stupid.
Mizuki climbed up to the front and sat in the passenger seat. Hello? Like, how did you get in here?
It wasn't locked, I just opened the door. I've been here for like 10 minutes. Why don't your doors have auto locks? I know you like old cars, but you gotta lock the doors.
You should be a little more apologetic for someone who just got caught breaking into my car.
Mizuki does raise a valid point. If you are not more serious about security, you should consider replacing the car altogether.
You too?
Well, I can still talk this time. Maybe I'm just getting used to it.
Mizuki's psychological wounds have been healed by the sink.
I ditched the hospital. They're probably freaking out over there right now.
I'm taking you back.
No, don't! Nothing will change if I stay at the hospital all day. You're going to investigate, right? Take me with you, I can help.
How is a little runt like you gonna be any help?
I'm Renju's daughter. Maybe I'll notice something you don't. Something only his daughter would know.
I don't know.
My daddy was killed. I can't just stay at the hospital.
Fine. Don't say I never did anything for you.
You're going to take me along?
Just promise not to interfere with the investigation.
Got it. No, it's more like I don't like sitting still and moping all day. I've grown out of my brooding, pretentious teenager phase.
She's only
Odd
12.
thing for a preteen to say.
Are you not aware of Mizuki's mental prowess? She is far more developed than her classmates. She is even reading psychology papers by Alfred Adler.
Sounds pretentious to me.
Jesus.
Hey, about Renju. Do you have anything to tell me? Anything at all that might help?
Well, it's not about Daddy, but I heard from Daddy that Mom had a secret.
Shoko had a secret?
Shoko had a secret? What secret?
Did you know that Mom was the representative of an investment company?
No.
Yeah, I did.
But she
That
looks
whole
the part.
company was a big scam.
A scam?
Well, I don't know the details. They start up a company to get people to invest in it, then shut it down on purpose and keep the money.
Dang.
Got really rich like that.
Shoko did this?
Yep.
By herself?
No, dummy. Of course it was with other people. I saw gangsters there sometimes. If she ever got into trouble, she had them take care of it.
I am scanning all known crime databases, but I cannot find any reports referencing this. They must have been extraordinarily careful.
You were talking to yourself again. I heard you. It's creepy. You should cut that out.
I was talking to Aiba out loud before I noticed Mizuki in the car. Okay, now let us remember this part. Cement it in our memories, and when we get to Nirvana Initiative, we'll find out if Mizuki talks to herself. Or rather, she's talking to Aiba, but she sounds like she's talking to herself. It must be what she's referring to.
Mizuki is still unaware I exist?
Yeah, I know there's no reason to hide it, since she already knows about Abyss. But it's just hard to explain. I won't say anything yet.
Understood. But I am ready to be introduced at any time. Just let me know when the time is right.
Aiba here is like that girlfriend, that girlfriend. What did I say? That girlfriend who just cannot wait to be introduced to her boyfriend's family.
It's not a proposal, no need to be so formal. Shit, I said that out loud.
Date, I think you should go to the hospital.
That was so fast.
I'm not okay.
So, you want to go back to the hospital? I'd be more than happy to drop you off.
That That's not what I meant. Why are you always so pushy, Date?
I'm not pushy, I'm just worried.
You've got a weird way of showing it. Doesn't look like you're worried. You're just weird.
You've always got something smart to say, huh? You're just like Renju.
Date.
What about Daddy?
Nothing.
You have no tact, do you? This is why you're single and always will be.
That's where you're wrong, kiddo. I look like a single father when you're around. Chicks love it.
Yeah, chicks love to see creepy old men hanging out with a 6th grader.
Hey, what are you implying?
Ooh, did I make you mad? Now I'm stuck in a car with an angry old creepy pervert.
I am not an old creepy pervert. And even if you were my age, you're not my type.
Ew, I don't want to know about your type.
Hey, you started it.
Stupid old man.
Punk-ass kid.
I'm gonna be real with you guys. When he said punk-ass kid, the first time I thought it was Ham. I thought that was Ham saying it. He called me a punk like a few times when we were friends. He doesn't do it anymore though.
Ah, Detective Date. Good to see you, sir. And this is...
Have you looked through the case file yet?
Oh, I am so sorry. She's the victim's...
Yes. Please, let us through.
Alright. Today we will be meeting the same inspector as we did in the first investigation. You guys remember his name? I don't remember.
What?
I was asking for your name.
My name is Kagami. It's Kagami. Kagami. I told you it's Kagami. I told you my name like 5 times.
Something with a K.
No, not these past few days.
I thought so. Once this is over,
Kincaid.
get some rest, alright?
You too, Detective Date. No, we didn't find anything today.
His name is engraved in my mind. His name is...
Hey you, what's your name?
Seriously? It's Kagami. Stop bugging him, it's rude.
Excuse you? My best friend, Kagami and I are having a conversation.
Yeah, don't spoil our fun.
What?
No, you don't know. You don't know if he's doing it on a purpose or if that was really their inside joke the entire time. The gaslighting. Mizuki got gaslit so hard. Okay, alright. Let's ask Mizuki some questions.
How could I forget? I'll never be able to get that image out of my head. Not until the day I die. I thought I already told you. Sitting around rotting away in that hospital would be worse.
Still.
I know what you're trying to say. For a little girl to find her dad like that and then want to go back to the scene, I think it's totally weird, right?
In fairness, it is also weird for an adult policeman to acquiesce such a request from a child.
Acquiesce.
But this is what I wanted. I didn't want to run away from it. I wanted to confront it. I didn't want to be weak.
Acquiesce.
You were telling me earlier that you could spot things only a daughter would know.
I know what I said. I'll tell you if I notice anything.
Hey, are you doing okay?
Oh, sorry. Just staring.
If you're having a hard time, you can tell me.
I'm fine. It's not like the body is lying here.
The corpse was strung up near this counter.
The autopsy report indicates that the contents of the victim's intestines were excreted upon death.
Hey.
But no traces of that have been found in the area, nor on the corpse itself. This evidence makes it highly likely that Renju was killed somewhere else. It must have been considerably difficult to carry more than 150 pounds.
What do you mean?
Renju weighed approximately 158 pounds. I can estimate a person's weight by analyzing their bone structure, muscle, and fat.
Aiba, can you recall the time we discovered the corpse?
Of course.
I don't really want to see it again, but here we are. There are deep impressions left on his neck.
Strangulation?
Correct. The face shows clear signs of congestion, along with petechia around the face and throat. Both are clear evidence of asphyxiation.
Any indication of the murder weapon?
Most likely a twisted piece of cloth. The culprit approached Renju from behind and wrapped the cloth around his neck, choking him in an attempt to suffocate him. The specific cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. Put more simply, the suspect strangled Renju to death from behind.
Do we have an estimated TOD?
Yesterday, around 8 p.m.
So Renju was murdered about 2 hours before Mizuki and I found the body.
Yeah.
The autopsy report discovered the presence of benzodiazepine.
Benzodiazepine.
It is a common sedative. The dosage found in the victim's bloodstream was extremely high. It can be assumed that Renju's cognitive functions were heavily impaired before his death.
So sedatives were detected in Renju's body. He was barely conscious before he was killed. The left eye has been pulled out.
This case bears similarity to Shoko's. The left eyeball was removed while the victim was still alive.
The right eye is still there. Renju's approximate time of death was yesterday, Saturday, around 8 p.m. He was strangled by a cloth or something similar from behind.
The time of discovery was 10:20 p.m. You of course already know this, but you and Mizuki were the first to discover Renju's corpse. The body was hanged from the ceiling, similar to how a fish would be. A thick hook was embedded in the upper jaw, and the wires connecting to the hook were strung up on one of the ceiling beams. There was also a hook on the other end of each wire. The 3 beer kegs were attached to these hooks. We have found no fingerprints.
What else? Renju's corpse was found hanging from the ceiling beam. Over the counter. Alright, exit. No. This oil drum must be some kind of interior decor.
The capacity of this oil drum is 200 liters. It weighs approximately 44 pounds when empty.
Let me check inside. What?
There's something inside.
I stepped up to the drum.
This is the oil drum.
This is the kind of oil drum that has a lid, right?
Correct.
I mean, you can see it right there,
Let's
right?
open it.
That's a lid, right? Look at all the waifus.
This is... This is the wristwatch Renju always wore. No doubt about it. But how did this get here?
No. Renju's corpse was hung by 3 wires. The wires were tied to 3 kegs.
Each keg has a capacity of 20 liters. All 3 kegs were filled, and approximately 55 pounds each.
Patrick, the lid. Alright, Izuki.
Did you hear me? I said I'll tell you if I see anything. Jeez, you're pushy. Pushy men are seen as desperate. This is why no one likes you. Besides, Date? Never mind. Just do your investigation or whatever.
What was she gonna say?
Now is not the time to worry about such things.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, I am. Don't you have an investigation to do? Or are you stalling?
Okay, I need to talk to her, but hold up. Counter? Are we looking back at a counter or no? Nope. I don't want to see that, but I'm trying to see if we have options. Yeah, sure. Boss is the only gal for you right now. Renju's wristwatch was inside the oil drum. Okay, wait. There should be a let's head out, but let's see. We need to find stuff to click on. Renju weighed about 160 pounds, and he was definitely murdered somewhere else than carried here. So did the beer kegs. The beer kegs were used to make sure that he was up there. Oh, we're here again. Nope. I'm trying to find what exactly are we looking for. Because there should be an option to go out.
Dragon's Palace Pasta, 1800 yen. 1800?
Isn't that pretty average?
This is average?
That's $18.
What are you staring at, creeper?
I agree.
Oh, there we go.
Iva, did you get anything from the surveillance camera?
Unfortunately, no. All of the recordings from local surveillance equipment have been erased.
What about backups?
There are none. Nothing was uploaded to the cloud either.
This club is located on the second floor of the building. We used the elevator to get here.
Iva, can you check the operation records of this elevator?
Searching. Found it. The elevator records are sent automatically to building management. According to the record from yesterday, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, this elevator stopped on the second floor only once. At 8:55 p.m. The weight of the car's cargo was approximately 310 pounds.
I think we've checked everything we need to.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense, Nemo.
I agree. We should compile our evidence and inferences.
Mizuki, you ready to leave?
What? But we aren't done investigating.
What do you mean?
There are still people I want to talk to.
Who do you want to talk to? But also, yeah, Dragon Palace Pasta sounds like it would slap. And you just reminded me, like, there's this place called Pasta Zanmai here. And it's not really the best food, but it's like a fusion of pasta and Japanese food, and I just realized I haven't had that in forever, and I'm craving for it now.
Well, there is one place. Have you heard of Golden Yokocho in the entertainment district? Daddy used to go to a place called Marble a lot. Maybe they know something about him. Yeah. Oda is in here all the time. He might know something. I'll call him.
Ota's phone is broken. He dropped it in a puddle.
Sounds like Ota. He's so clumsy.
We'd have to talk to him in person.
He's probably at Lemniscate or Matsushita Diner. Yeah, Daddy owned Lemniscate and Iris works for them. She used to work here too.
So she might know something.
I'll call her.
Mizuki tried calling Iris, but there was no answer.
Have any idea where she might be?
I don't know. Iris is into a lot of things.
Lemniscate, Matsushita Diner, and Marble. Let's head out.
Okay.
Okay, let's go in the order of this, okay? Like, first is Matsushita Diner, and then Lemniscate, and then Golden Yokocho.
Hello, welcome. You're Mizuki, right? Ota's friend?
Yep.
And you...
Oh, I suppose I should introduce myself more formally.
At least something a little more than flashing your badge.
My name is Kaname Date.
Mr. Date, what can I help you with?
Hold up, give me a sec. I'm pouring myself some water. Let's ask Mizuki something. Have you been here before?
Yeah, I am friends with Ota. I've been here a few times.
Hey, you're looking gorgeous today.
Oh, stop, you charmer. But you're not getting a discount out of me.
I knew you were a pedo, Date, but I didn't think you were a cougar hunter too.
I am neither of those things.
Her accusations are getting a bit far.
I completely forgot. I wonder where he got off to. But he'll come back soon. He always does. Runs off, then comes back.
I'm beginning to have doubts about the management of this establishment.
I as well.
Oh, everything here is delicious. But my personal favorite is our omelet rice.
Did you want to eat here?
No, I don't have much of an appetite. How's your stomach?
Same. I don't think I can eat right now.
He went out early this morning. I don't know where.
I see.
I took my business card out of my pocket and handed it to Mayumi.
Sorry to be a bother, but when Ota comes back, can you tell him to contact me?
Oh, well, sure.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, got it.
Date, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah, let's go.
Animo, do you want me to answer that? No, there's nothing wrong with being a cougar hunter. As long as you're not hunting actual cougars, because... Wait, are they extinct?
Oh, what? Hey there, handsome.
Excuse me?
I cannot even right now. Hold on, give me just one sec. Mizuki, do you know this guy?
Yeah?
Can you introduce me, please?
She is surprisingly unprofessional for a receptionist.
Come on, it's just not so bad.
Could you contain yourself for 5 minutes, Date?
Maybe endangered, yeah. Oh yeah, I meant endangered, not extinct. Why did I say extinct? I'm so stupid. But Misa, no, she does not get a name, unfortunately. But like, I think Nemo knows about fate. But if you watch the Camelot movies, you know that Caster Swan is in the movies, and her English voice shares the same actor as the receptionist. So when I watched the Camelot movies recently, I was like, oh my god, I cannot unhear the receptionist in Swanzong, something like that. I think that's how you pronounce it better.
I mean, yeah, but...
Yeah, of course we know each other. We're like...
Best friends.
We hang out, we party.
We do not party.
We do not
Hey.
party. Not Mizuki's horrified expression.
Iris? You mean Asa? She's recording a podcast in the underground studio.
Oh, that's why she didn't pick up the phone.
If you need her right away, I can try contacting her.
You are
No,
right to.
It's fine.
You are right
This
to
can wait
frantically
until she's
Google.
done.
Just go ahead and Google. You'll be surprised to find the similarities they have.
For sure.
For sure.
For sure? As in, I got you?
I don't believe I've ever heard that sequence of sounds spoken out loud before.
For sure.
Ota? Nah, haven't seen him today. How is he?
The receptionist knows Ota too?
Ota happens to be the kind of otaku who actually has social skills.
Those are the ones you have to watch out for.
Huh?
Nothing. Anyway, could you give me a call if Ota shows up? I have my number here.
I took out my business card and handed it over to a receptionist.
Yeah, I got his number. I got his number.
Let us pray that the privilege will not be abused.
Oh, haven't heard anything about that yet. The VP might take over, we might get absorbed by another office. Just when I got a job, too. Man, what am I gonna do if this place closes up?
But if you watch the promotional materials for Nirvana Initiative, you'll find out that she's still working here.
So, anyway, tell me, Date, what kind of girls do you like? Because I'm the committed type, you know? Would you consider me a candidate? Hmm?
Well, we could go out sometime.
Nemo, that expression,
Wow, dude.
that expression is totally yours.
You disgust me.
Oh, my apologies. Never mind.
Yeah, totally. You never think about, like, my boss getting murdered, you know? Like, what are even the chances? That's like the odds of hitting the lotto. But I was kind of lucky, in a weird way. Some of my old friends hit me up asking about it, you know? Feels like we're old alumni or something.
She certainly found the bright side of this situation.
There's a receptionist sitting behind a desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting behind a desk. There's a receptionist with huge breasts sitting. There's a receptionist with huge breasts. Huge breasts. Breasts. There are huge breasts sitting behind a desk. Oh yeah.
The most likely scenario is that the final decision was made by the head of the company.
Renju. Mizuki, let's go. Staying here would be a waste.
Yeah. Where should we go next?
Hold up, before we move on, let me just check the file, but like the receptionist. Oh, there you go, that's her name, Ritsuko Ensu. She's 36. She was born on June 22. She likes yellow spotted river turtles. She dislikes men that act like ballers but are really scrubs. Man, she would hate my ex-husband. Hobby is gambling and partying. Skills, anti-aging techniques. I don't even know what those techniques are, and it's concerning. She is Lemnis Gate's receptionist. She likes men that are real bros and can vibe with them from the jump. Lately, her shoulders have been stiffening up on her, though. She likes men that are real bros, by the way. His full name is... Meanwhile, the inspector, his full name is Araya Kagami. And he's born on July 20th. Oh, an expert inspector with remarkable skills. He was assigned to the new Cyclops serial killings. He's actually really cute when he takes his mask off and he's single. Date? Alright. Boss. Oh, designation boss. No full name. But we'll find out about her real name at one point in this route. And also, oh, her birthday is just like one day before mine. She is 42. Skills: grasping people's weaknesses, applying pressure, and making them obey. Whew. Dislikes: happy families, ex-boyfriends, and pities director, decluttering and organizing, same girl, same. Pewter's name, Puta Manoma. Very interesting. He also invented Aiba and set her personality to his liking. Huh. Huh. Alright. Wait. When was Aiba born? November 9. Why does he Toby have the same birthday as my ex? Renji has the same birthday as my sister's. No, somebody else. June 8th. Mayumi, August 31st. Alright, that's all the profiles that we got. Oh, this dude, August 3rd. Reaction time increases 3.6 times under certain conditions. We'll find out what that is. We will find out what that is. And also, classic cars, curry, bonito, pelvises. So weird. Dati, you're so weird. That is weird. Alright. What next? We're heading out, and Golden Yokocho. Golden Yokocho Sunday. Pelvises.
Is this it?
Yeah.
Snack. Maburu.
You know about this place?
Yeah. This is where I met Renshu for the first time.
Interesting. Didn't think this was your kind of spot.
This place is special. You can find all sorts of shady characters here. It's the best place for gathering information about a case.
Also, we'll find the best girl
that's why.
here. Best girl.
That is only a partial truth.
Shut up.
Huh?
Let's head inside.
Where is everyone?
It's been like this for a while. Not many people come here anymore. Mama should be here soon, though.
Okay.
In other news, at 6:10 p.m. yesterday, on the outer circle of the capital city highway in Minato District, Tokyo, a traffic collision occurred involving 5 cars and at least 1 truck. MPD has arrested the driver of the truck suspected to be the cause of the accident for negligence. The investigation is ongoing.
Hey, it's your lad Jesus on the wall. Picture on the wall. It's a little odd. Are you sure though? Are you sure it's Jesus? Isn't he supposed to be crucified? Not like that? A beer tap.
I don't want to get drunk. I just want to be sobriety impaired. Allow me to ruin your stupid joke before you say it.
It's not stupid.
It's a menu. It has writing on the back. Oh. Now bottles lined up on the counter. Let's count them. The bar counter. Ooh, let's see if there's anything else. Bottles on the counter. 9 bottles. There are 9 bottles on the counter. Just kidding. They're 18. Yeah. Because there's 9 here and there would be 9 there. Let's count carefully. There are 18 bottles lined up on the counter. Okay.
Man, I could use a drink.
No, you're driving.
Can't you just drive?
Indeed I can, but I refuse.
Why?
Nothing good comes of you being drunk.
I see, I see.
No. And what do you mean by that?
Nothing. Just let me know when you're tired. You can go home anytime you want.
You aren't really worried about me, you just think I'm annoying, right? Don't beat around the bush, just say it.
That's
But
me.
you know what? It wouldn't matter anyway because I'm not going home.
Like, if people are concerned about me, my first impression or my first thought is that, like, oh, you're just annoyed by me, right? You just don't want me here. But it's so damaging.
Hey Date, what did you and Daddy used to talk about when you were here?
I don't remember a lot of it. I was usually drinking pretty hard.
Don't worry, I have everything recorded. In fact, the conversation about you taking care of Mizuki took place here, at Marble.
Really?
The topic was brought up several times afterward, but the first time was here. 4 years ago, after drinking enough liquid courage, Renju asked you to take care of Mizuki. At the time, Renju was recently divorced, buried in work at Lemnisgate, and mentally unstable.
There we go.
It was a display of excellent judgment. It was a good thing that he managed to swallow his pride.
You think so? Sometimes, I don't think it was the right move.
You should have more confidence. I guarantee you that it was the best decision.
Let's hope so.
Mizuki is pretty insecure and it's for a reason. You'll find out why.
It's okay.
Is it?
Yup.
Do you have a lot of friends?
Yeah. But I don't really like my elementary school friends. They're too immature. I have more fun with Iris and Ota.
I don't know if they're too immature. You're just very mature for your age.
You think so? The kids at school are so stupid. They gossip about who had their first kiss for days. I don't see why that's anyone's business.
These grade schoolers move fast.
Nah, not really. It's pretty normal nowadays.
You haven't kissed anyone yet, have you?
No, I'm not interested in that.
Oh, thank God.
I remember when I was playing this with him, and Ham just wouldn't stop trying to imitate Daddy's. Oh, thank God, because of the relief. Like, it was really like quite the mood for him, and yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm dragging him through this. It's so resonant. Aeroace icon Mizuki, yes. But we don't know what happens in Nirvana Initiated, but I do hope she's an Aeroace icon.
Did what?
Sat at a table together like this. We haven't eaten dinner together in a while. After I finish working on this case, we should do it again.
Why? Because of what happened to my mom and daddy? I don't need that.
Date, this is where you need to take a stronger role as her guardian. Data suggests that children who eat alone are prone to mental imbalances and poor physical condition. The meals you prepare do have sufficient nutritional content. However, you need to make sure that Mizuki is eating all of it. Otherwise, your effort is wasted.
Mizuki, we should at least have one meal together.
I told you I don't want to.
Why not?
Because, I don't like how you hold chopsticks. It makes me sick.
Really now? People have always told me that I have good technique. Some even say it's beautiful.
It's disgusting. Too clean. Besides, there's no point in eating together.
Why is that?
Because you don't talk when you're eating. I don't like sitting in silence.
Well, we don't have to be quiet.
It's fine, I don't like hearing you talk either.
I believe she has entered her teenage rebellion phase a year early.
This is gonna be rough.
Date, honey. Long time no see.
Best girl.
Hey, Mama, how have you been?
Oh, tired and sore, but not in a fun way.
Watch the innuendo in front of the kid.
Oh, who is this?
Renju's daughter.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, you're... It must have been hard. I saw on the news.
It's okay. Really.
Oh, it must have been so hard. Stupid Ren. What was he thinking, leaving his little girl like this?
If you know La Diva, if you know La Diva from Grand Blue Fantasy, she shares the same voice actor as Mama here.
Hey, Mama. I wanted to ask you some questions about Renju.
Oh, I guess crying isn't gonna solve the thing, is it? Go ahead, ask away. I'll help any way I can.
Have you heard any rumors about Renju? Anything about grudges, disputes?
Is it okay to talk in front of Mizuki?
Yes, I want to be here.
Trust me, you couldn't drag her away.
If you say so. Apparently, Ren had some connections with the Kumakura gang.
A gang?
Yeah, real rough customers. This is their turf.
So Daddy was involved with gangsters.
Mizuki, that company Shoko was running, were they also tied to the Kumakuras?
I don't know.
Not bad.
Hey, that's good. I want you to keep this place open as long as you can. It makes me feel sad and old when a place I used to visit closes down.
Me too.
Well, then you should visit more often. I could hook you up, in more ways than one.
Just the one way is fine, thanks.
I wonder which way.
I haven't seen him for a while. I thought I was going to shrivel up and die of boredom without you boys around.
Shrivel up. You look like a purple water balloon.
That's right. Care to give me a poke?
I'll pass, thanks.
Mama is polishing a dried bonito fish. It's part of her daily routine. Come to think of it, I have no idea why. I think I'll ask her one day when the time is right. Mama is polishing a dried bonito fish.
I heard that shady characters hang out here. So who are you and how do you fit in?
No one special. I'm just a facilitator.
A facilitator?
People who come in here tend to have very specific interests. I help accommodate.
Oh, okay.
Mama's like, an informant.
That's right. And I won't charge you this time. Just promise to get the bastards who did this to Ren for me.
Right, this is for Renju.
Promise.
Not really.
Oh, don't worry, honey. I don't bite. I'm only aggressive when it comes to men 20 through 65.
That's a pretty wide range.
Gotta widen my net for a catch like you, Date, honey.
I think I'll ignore that one.
I think I'll ignore it as well.
Yeah, I mean, at some fish pocket they served alcohol, but I've never been to a bar like this.
Well, I would hope not. You're in elementary school.
Well, Daddy invited me along sometimes, but I was too shy to go.
Good call.
I was planning on going one day, when I was old enough to drink. I wanted to go to a bar with Daddy.
Oh, but now she can't go. Oh, that's sad actually. Mizuki is curling up a little. Maybe she's intimidated by Mama. Mizuki seems to be wary of Mama. What else do you remember about Renju?
Well, there was the watch incident. I'm sure you remember that one.
Watch incident?
Kill fun.
You don't remember? Your drunk ass spilled your beer on Ren's watch. Ren was furious, yelling about how this watch is more important than my life, or whatever. He blew up on you. That was the only time I've ever seen Ren that mad. That's why I remember it so well.
Was it this watch?
Pulled out the watch that I had in my pocket. It was the one I found in the oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Yeah, that's it. Why do you have it? Was it at the scene? Ren was given that watch by his lover. It was an anniversary gift, I think.
Lover?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot Mizuki was here.
No, it's fine.
But of course, it wasn't an affair. This was all after he was divorced.
Daddy had a new lover.
Alright.
You remember where it is?
Yeah, outside, right?
This is a small establishment that does not have its own restrooms.
Wait, you're leaving?
Oh, scared of me, huh?
No, it's just...
Mama, keep an eye on her.
Sure thing. Don't have too much fun in there.
I gave her a nod and wave and left.
Iba, get boss on the line.
Got it.
What's up?
Mizuki is at a bar called Marble down in Golden Yokocho. Send someone over to pick her up.
She's not at the hospital?
Yeah, she snuck out. I took her along while I was doing some work, but I can't take her any further.
Understood. I'll send someone.
Counting on you, boss.
Are you going to leave Mizuki here?
Yes. I can't take her into a Yakuza den.
And that's why we're leaving Mizuki there. Just to be safe. Just to be super safe. Also, frankly, I'm so exhausted from the amount of, like, talking that's happening in this section of the story.
Asshole? You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
All right. Bye then.
Hey, Date!
What? Ugh, I hate dealing with these chumps.
Didn't you hear me? Do you want to die, old man? You bastard!
Sorry for the late introduction. I'm with the MPD.
A cop, huh? So, you want to explain what the fuck a cop is doing in my office?
I think we should exchange names before exchanging expletives.
Name's MoMA, the warhorse. Don't give a fuck what your name is.
All right, MoMA. I have a few things I want to ask you. What do you know about the new Cyclops serial killings? Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura had their left eye pulled out and were murdered. And I think you know something about it.
Saw it on the news. But we had nothing to do with it. Even if we did, we wouldn't spill to no cops.
Alright, about the chairman. Oh, where's the chairman?
What? The chairman is right in front of you.
What?
I run the Kumakura gang. I'm MoMA Kumakura.
That can't be right. The chairman of the Kumakuras is Rohan. You aren't the chairman.
Yo, asshole. You need a lesson in manners?
Date, wait. I did some research and discovered that Rohan Kumakura died last year. He left to his death from the roof of a building.
Suicide?
But MoMA did not take over last year. MoMA took over 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
Six years ago.
Don't know nothing about her. I know her face and her name. It was on the news. Nothing else.
Shoko was part of an investment fraud scheme. And I have it on good authority that a certain Yakuza gang was helping her.
Wouldn't know nothing about that, cop. I told you, I got nothing to say. You deaf or something?
Date, a minute, please.
What is it?
Do you see the sofa in the reception area?
Yes.
There's an ashtray on top of the coffee table.
Oh.
What about it?
It is peculiar. Thermal imaging reveals that they are both warm.
The sofa and ashtray.
One of the cigarette butts, the tip is reddish.
Hey, Iba. Can you turn off the thermal vision?
Sure.
Klein.
I see. The cigarette brand is Klein.
Why is that relevant?
Small details will come in useful later. Trust me.
Dun, dun, dun. What else was I supposed to do? Wait, hold up. Give me a sec. We examined the ashtray. Examine the red part of the cushion. Oh, okay, there we go. Somebody was
Part
here.
of the cushion is still red.
Just as I thought.
Was there someone here recently?
What are you talking about? You're the first guest today. Although you are an uninvited guest.
Don't lie now. Someone was sitting on the sofa and smoking very recently.
How do you know that?
I just do.
Oh, right. I remember now. Just a bit ago, one of our guys was on the sofa.
That
Are you
can't
talking
be.
about these guys right here?
Yeah.
Not possible. When I came in,
You made a big mistake coming here. Go home.
Who's this asshole?
neither of them was on the sofa, and neither of them was smoking.
They left.
Who left?
An insurance salesman, right before you came in.
I don't think so. I didn't pass by anyone on my way here, and I happen to know this office only has one entrance and one exit, which means, whoever it is, they're still in this office somewhere. Let me check the back.
Why you want to do that?
I just wanted to say hello to our guest.
I'm telling you, you're the only one here.
Oh, then you won't mind me checking.
Just get out of here, cop.
There must be someone they don't want us to see. Somewhere behind that wall.
Somewhere behind which wall? Which wall are we talking about? Is it this wall? Nah. Nah. Oh wait, it's probably here. Yep, there we go. Zoom enhance.
Just as I thought.
This must be whoever was sitting on the sofa and smoking earlier.
My evolver can shoot right through this wall. I should shoot him.
Wait! Is he not getting enough?
What?
Never mind. The person behind the wall is unarmed. I cannot approve the use of evolver in this situation.
Damn it.
And let's get ready for QTE. If I mess this up, we're fucked.
Date! A porno mag at your feet!
What?
No! I messed up. I messed up so bad. Because I pressed space before I pressed the arrow.
Date! Keep it together! Date!
Not Nemo
Date,
also
a
going.
porno mag at your feet.
Date?
What?
It's the slow-mo for me.
Hey! Did you just shoot at me?
Hey, whoa, wait a minute!
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. What the hell's going on there?
Date, load a revolver with explosive rounds. Aim for the dragon's gold ball on the right.
The what? Oh, that. Why?
Just do it!
Gold ball. Boing.
Iba, you saved me.
Everything happened as I simulated it.
Yep, you gotta love it when we see.
Where's this porno mag?
You idiot. There is no adult magazine. However, I know that your reaction time is up to 3.6 times faster when you are excited. I simply took advantage of that behavior.
That's the condition. That's the
What the hell?
condition. Dun, 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 dun.
You're a grown man. Aren't you too old to be playing with toys?
Shit!
Hey, coward! I see you. Show your face.
God, I'm craving for some fries. Oh, potatoes for some reason.
I know you. That's...
Sejima, so, Congressman.
What is this guy doing here?
Alright. And now, we gotta see this guy.
I've had a relationship with the Kumakura since back when Rohan was running things. I had business nearby, so I stopped here for a visit. Whatever conspiracy theory you're imagining in your head, you can forget it. This is strictly business.
Strictly business? A congressman meeting with Yakuza? How are you gonna spin that?
It's true. I imagine my public image will be dragged through the mud. But we haven't done anything illegal. If you want to accuse me of such wrongdoing, then by all means. I just happen to think such gossip is better suited for tabloids. The president of Lemniscate? We aren't friends, but I did meet him a few times through work.
What work were you doing to meet up with the head of an entertainment company?
It was just some party hosted by some company or other. It's not unusual. Events with those uptight stuffed shirts can be rather dull. So they have some young women from an entertainment office attend. Anyway, we only saw each other a few times. I don't even remember what we spoke about. I went to work, then went home.
So, you have no alibi.
No, I always have my bodyguards near me. If you want to, you can ask them.
Bodyguard testimony can be unreliable. There is a possibility that they would lie to protect Mr. Sajima.
I agree. I can't trust that.
It's So Sajima, a member of Congress. I see him so often on TV, I feels like I've met him before. Alright, let's see. Wait, no. So is standing there, looking rather irritated. Okay, alright. Mama is such a short thing.
I heard that the former head of the Kumakuras committed suicide last year.
Yeah, what's it to you?
Nothing at all. I just want to talk about it.
Rohan was my older brother. He was my big brother in this organization, and my blood brother. 6 years ago, he got sick in the head. He got sent to a special hospital. And naturally, because I'm his brother and next in line, I was the successor. That's all I'm gonna say. You want to know more? Hire a private eye. Well, I guess there's no point hiding it now. I lied earlier, when I said I didn't know her.
I thought so. You and the Kumakuras were a part of the fraud scheme Shoko was organizing.
Yep. Whenever any wise-ass investors gave her trouble, we handled it.
Exactly as I suspected. Shoko was affiliated with the Kumakuras.
I've been looking after that guy since high school. It was the usual stuff. I had him help me with a lot of work. Now, it's kind of the opposite, you know? We're getting work from him. Well, we were. Now that he's dead, though.
What work did he have you do?
The usual. If talent at his office was causing trouble or something.
You ever get into any disputes with Renju doing this work?
No way. He paid good money. I've never even gotten into an argument with the guy.
So that means you've got a solid relationship there, I guess.
Us Kumakuras are a branch of the Ujisaki family. The Ujisaki family runs a yearly golf tournament. Mandatory attendance. We were all at the tournament those days. We only got back this morning. You can ask the hotel. They'll tell you.
Date, I did some research. The hotel's record of guests does list the Kumakura members. They were also seen on several surveillance cameras. It is not possible that any of the Kumakuras could have killed Shoko, including Moma.
Okay, so they're clear. They're clear. The Kumakuras are clear. Mama is giving me a glare. Alright? So.
The victim prior to Renju? I believe Moma introduced me to her.
Introduced?
We were just having drinks. Shoko stopped by to say hello.
Right. We didn't talk about anything.
They're trying to give me the runaround.
Indeed. Date, I have determined that these individuals have nothing further to add. Even if they are involved, they will not volunteer any more information.
I see.
We need solid evidence to move forward with the investigation.
You're right.
Date, a call from Lemniscate.
Connected.
Date, it's me. You remember, like, how you said to call you if Ota came? Well, he's here now, so I guess I'm calling you.
Got it. I'm on my way.
So I guess I'm
Where
calling
you going? That's none of your concern. Moma, Congressman Sajima, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I'll come back soon. We'll swap drinking stories.
You serious?
Let's go, Iva.
Roger.
And we get to see our favorite girl, the receptionist. So is your type? Hello? Nemo? Nemo?
This is all really suspicious.
Angry Sasquatch 1795.
Congressman
Question
Sajima
mark,
and the
question mark,
Kumakuras.
question mark.
There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Ah!
Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Izuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you Mom?
Idiot. They must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Aiba, right? Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
Chad Date nearly gets murdered and doesn't even charge them because he's gonna see the receptionist. Yeah, that's about correct.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality.
But also, I'm not gonna lie, Soul is kind of like a looker for for his age. He kind of looks attractive. Hold up, let me bring up his file. So Sasajima, male, 60. Woo, bro. All right. Grasping people's... Okay, his skills are exact same as Boss's. I think that's your type. You like... you like it when your weaknesses are being grasped, and you like it when you get under pressure and when you're asked to obey. So is a member of the post-war generation. He grew up poor, which gave him two things: his motivation for seeking power and wealth, and his vindictiveness towards the upper class. Hi, Mama Moma. Dude, these two. Alright. Let's just save real quick, just to be safe if it's in the same. I know, I can see it.
You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
Also, that absolutely makes you submissive. And whatever the next word is, but...
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
I buy your soul. Your soul something, you know. Your soul...
As I said earlier, I completely agree that they are suspicious, but there is nothing currently linking them to the case.
That's true. We have no established motive. Victims were displayed, tied up on a horse, hung from the ceiling, and their left eyes taken out. We still don't know why.
It is possible that Shoko and Renju were disloyal to Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. They could have been killed and displayed as a warning. That would fit the current evidence.
Huh, maybe. But it doesn't feel right. Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so...
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not.
Why not?
Because I won't. I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
A very drastic
Pretty
haircut.
drastic haircut.
Same brain, that is same brain.
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories, but would you like to hear them regardless?
Please.
Mr. Sajima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Sajima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Sajima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district.
I think so. Date might be embarrassed that Aiba changed herself to his tastes.
Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen. The Sajima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. To sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, So Sajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True. But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed... we will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain. He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer.
It fucks me up that the wavelengths don't move to the audio because I'm so used to seeing it's supposed to move alongside the audio, but it's just going haywire for no reason, and it's fucking up with my mixer tendencies.
I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renju was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Interesting. Interesting,
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Right? The voice acting work in this game is solid.
Oh, Date.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom. Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her.
Yep, because you're a coward. You're a coward. You're a coward.
But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different. I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
You're a coward. You're a coward. Dun, dun, dun.
get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you.
Aw, thank you.
But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol. I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
You're kidding.
Ota's face, by the way.
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive. You're an alpha type, aren't you? I kinda like that.
And I kind of like you.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me. I'm a reptilian. Is that going to be a problem?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a problem.
Oh, too bad. No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
I'm glad.
She's recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
The girl with the big tits is sitting behind the counter. Yeah, that's what I've decided to call her. Not to her face, of course. Anyway. 36, yeah, she's 36.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a doujin store to look at the new releases. Then I ate some ramen at Sharou's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
Look, she's valid. They're all valid. Yeah, I mean... But is she really a reptilian?
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body.
Yes, and then what did you
This
find?
is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Huh?
Wait, it's no big deal. I just...
You better start talking.
Okay.
Hey, girl with the big tits.
Excuse me?
Shit, I said it to her face.
I want to run away and never look back.
Anyway, he said it.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No. A woman. Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renju was with Iris.
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this. She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
Understood.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
Mizuki didn't seem like she was angry with you.
What? You met Mizuki? Oh, at the interrogation.
That's right. He doesn't know I live with Mizuki.
Oh yeah,
I have
he
no
doesn't.
reason to hide it, but it's sort of hard to explain. Yeah, I spoke to Mizuki at her, questioning earlier.
You're sick, Date.
What?
Questioning? That sounds dirty.
I don't get it.
If I were writing a light novel, that's exactly how I would describe a sexy scene.
What kind of novels are you writing, kid?
Fanfics. Even fanfics
The
are
first
better.
time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online, and I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. It was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Mood?
Yeah.
Mood?
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing, and it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know? If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have. After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block. And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired. A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down. So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Okay, maybe it's not her. Maybe she's not involved in a murder. Maybe it's not herself.
But do you suspect her?
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
Around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
And there she is.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me.
Why is she kind of mellow? Maid cafe boy, yeah.
Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions. Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
The right to remain silent? You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth, and I would appreciate your cooperation.
I appreciate your emojis, Nemo, but also like they don't appear very well on the screen. It's unfortunate. Hold up, give me a sec. I'm gonna save first, just in case, because there's a questioning coming on. Iris.
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Iba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean... I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah.
Where was she?
I don't know.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris' mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
That was just yesterday?
Renju was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night? Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renju came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes. Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket, ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think.
Was Hitomi what? What do you want to say? What are you trying to say?
I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC. He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there. But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol.
You are thinking of the watch and Renju and Hitomi. So you're considering the possibility that Hitomi could be Renju's lover? Is that what you're saying?
I've never done any MCing before. Especially with important people being there.
I mean, possible, because, you know, they've known each other for a long time.
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura. At 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true. When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do? I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Podcast
Am I
over
a
murder
suspect?
case, right?
It's not like that.
Hold up. Let me
It's
see.
fine, Doc.
Because the questioning is gonna happen after this. And I don't want to go through those dialogues again.
Hey, it's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put this? It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl. Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point. A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
No, it's still possible. You see,
He was sedated.
a heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renju was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renju weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
It went like this. First, Renju was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then, what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible. But there is one more thing.
What?
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renju was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him.
Right.
If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
She could very well have. What was it? It was the oil drum, wasn't it? Alright. The watch was in the oil drum, so that means he was carried in the oil drum.
Do you know what this is? It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed!
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me!
Just be quiet.
He's talking to himself.
Who are you talking to?
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Alright, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the next Somnium, and then we're gonna call it a night, because I'm having trouble focusing. Renju's. There's a high chance that the culprit weighs 105 pounds because Renju's weight, he's 160. That isn't enough, of course. In the oil drum. Yep. The weight of the oil drum is one of the key clues, but there's something else. And the elevator record. Just off the capacity.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor.
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once, at 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160. The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310...
You only have 105. It does not look good for her.
Now this obviously doesn't prove you're the murderer. A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs to throw us off the trail. However...
What do you guys think? Could it be
Dante,
her?
stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
Why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall.
Boss's face as she watches Date work this out.
There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like, but we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
This turn is really interesting. Yep. Who let her use her phone in the interrogation room?
Shit. Iris, what are you thinking? What is that thing? Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date.
And there's only one answer to this.
Sync with her.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
How about it, Date? Think you can do it?
Not a problem. Get it started.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.
God damn it, Oda, indeed. Alright, so this will be our thing for tonight. We're gonna call it there. Because there will be some interesting thing at the end of this.
What is this place?
It looks depressing. How is this related to Iris?
Unknown, but there must be a connection.
Iris, what are you hiding?
Somnium scan. Activate.
This is what I should say every time I start this game. Somnium scan. Activate. 1, 2. I think there's 4. The saddest one smiles the most. I think so. I think so. Maybe, yeah. A mysterious room, videos, and a strange device. You may be able to find the truth. Alright, there's something. I was said. Oh, okay. I can't do that. Oh, no here, nothing here. There's supposed to be a corner somewhere. Oh, there we go. That's something there.
What?
Alright. Look at the blood. Watch the murder. So, if you can see, there are 3 mental locks here. Not 3. My bad. I meant 2. So there are 2 ways that this can go. So we'll obviously revisit this next time. But for now, I gotta save. I gotta save. We've been spending so much time talking for no reason. Alright.
A CRT TV.
So the two routes meant that there is no wrong answer to this. It's either this or this, but this one, we'll get to it later. For now, we are focusing on this route.
Fixing it by hitting it is an old-fashioned approach.
Well, this is an old-fashioned object, so...
Oh.
What was that just now?
A child's drawing of a rat.
Iris must have drawn it.
It is not yet possible to determine that. Let's continue the investigation. There is much to interact with.
We unlocked the first one, but we are now introduced to negative tiny. If you see the skull, if you see the red in the skull, that's a negative tiny. It has a negative effect, which means that if you use them, you'll basically increase the time spent on the next action, and you cannot not use them. You cannot pick them. They are effective immediately with the next action you take. Negative tinies can multiple the time or force you to use them. If you pick one up, be careful.
I see many objects in the room.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'm not 70 seconds? No fucking way I'm using that.
There is a sweet smell, like syrup or almonds.
Well, it's either a sweetener or...
Possibly nitroglycerin.
Be careful.
Because nitroglycerin explodes even from slight impacts, it is usually mixed with acetone to lower the sensitivity.
Acetone, huh?
I did not expect Iris to be aware of how to handle such dangerous chemicals. A shelf. Various things have been...
5 minutes left, Dante.
A bit too soon.
What? The explosions appear to have stopped.
The explosions made the room change.
This is a dangerous dream, but we must continue. It appears to be a...
Nah, I'm good. Perform a surgery on the operating table.
An operating table.
Oop. Look at that, look at that. That's why you need these things. Because otherwise you'd be spending a lot of time. Sleep. 162.
Surgery? For whom?
Just act it out.
Act it out? This is not a children's playtime.
It might help reproduce a memory.
I feel like I'm on a medical dragon team.
Isn't that like a manga? Like, wasn't it called Akira?
Something has spawned.
I love the
Wanna
music
check it
in
out?
this Somnium. Lockers.
just a locker. That was close. If this were the Delta Princess, I would have been stabbed.
Why was it booby-trapped?
I do not see anything else inside. Would you like me to examine the knife?
Good idea.
Alright. We got this, we got this. Should be able to do this.
The knife that flew out of the locker. Like this? What? I only threw it lightly. An oil drum, television, and torso.
Torso? What? Okay.
I think I understand. I'm starting to see the picture.
I do not yet understand it.
Me neither. Tore the butterfly and stabbed the bird. What was it? Look inside the oil drum.
An oil drum. What does this mean? Bullets?
They might be used for something. Let's keep them.
I mean, there's a gun there, right? Should load them.
A revolver.
Is it real?
It appears that way.
Shoot the gun using the timing.
Can we use the bullets we found earlier?
This could work. I'll try shooting it.
I should put a content warning for that one. Okay, watch this, watch this. You all gotta watch this. That body, but the face is so. Excuse me. It's a female body, but it's so. Day 3, Sunday, Rehide.
What happened during that Somnium?
We saw the whole thing on the monitor.
But we're just as confused as you are.
Well, upon further reflection, it is not so strange. Dreams are developed outside of our conscious will. When you sink into Somnium, there is no guarantee of what you will discover.
What about the figure?
Could have been Iris herself.
No,
That
no.
is a possibility.
No, those are.
The
those
sinker
are.
sees the subject's dream from the third person.
That means that Iris, she must have met So Sejima somewhere.
We did see Congressman Sejima in there.
We saw that shadow kiss him too.
Yeah, but
Did that happen in reality?
is no one gonna make a note about how that So is attached to a female body? And by the way, that female body looks familiar. Hold up, give me a file. I think it should be in the appendix. No? No! Okay, escape, album. How about album? Apparently not. But, like, I don't know if you guys remember the pictures of female characters who were the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings. But also, what is happening to this Aiba? Oh! Oh, that is a Sadako reference! Oh, that is so good! Hold up. Come on. Oh, give me a second. I need to grab a screen. Window mode. There we go. New. This window. That is a Sadako reference. Oh wait, what's that? Yeah, but also look at this Aiba. What is that? What is that monstrosity? This is the sink room. But I'm still emo, stirring the emotions, often negative or sad. Emoing, to express emotions, feeling and acting according to that emotion, even though it may seem contradictory. When Date said he would cry tears of joy, this is an example of emoing. Yes, I made this word up, so don't say mean stuff like emoing isn't a word, lol. Wait, who's writing this? Is it Aiba? A social networking service that allows you to exchange instant messages via smartphones and PC. My dream is to one day make stamps for this application. Who's writing? Who's writing this? Okay, Peter invented it at the request of Aiba and Date. Sec, slang for second, usually not literally a second. If I told my bosses that the script would be ready in a sec, I would get scolded. Is it just the writer, the localizer of this thing? Sub. Abbreviation for sub account. Oh right, yeah, that makes sense. That makes absolute sense. This, slang for to insult. Originally an American word, it has found its way to Japan. Possibly an abbreviation of disrespect. Oh really? That's what they say? Alright, I'm trying to find if there's any... No, apparently there's none. Okay, that really bothers me. Maybe we'll get it eventually, but yeah, like, I don't know if you guys remember, but there were the pictures of 4 girls who were the victims of the original Cyclops serial killings. But okay, alright, we'll just get this one scene out of the way and then we'll call it a night, yeah? And thank you for being here, guys. That's so disturbing.
Not necessarily. I'm sure you've had dreams of kissing celebrities and porn stars, right?
But so?
The first part, yes, but the second part, no.
You sure about that? Anyway, you know what I mean.
A dream is not made up entirely of memories. It can include things outside of your memory, like TV or movies.
Even if the figure was supposed to be Iris, her smooch in Somnium does not necessarily reflect her actions in reality.
You can't use the word smooch.
Why not?
Smooch. It's a fairly pure
So we don't
word.
know if Iris and So are acquainted.
I like
That's
using
right,
the word smooch.
because So is a celebrity of sorts. It's possible she just saw him on TV or online.
We were silent for a time. While I was deep in my thoughts, I heard Pewter speak.
Date, Iris is about to wake up.
Got it.
I gave my short reply and headed to the sink room next door. Alright, okay. Thank you all for being here.
Putting me to sleep when I wasn't expecting it? You cops are more rough than I thought.
You signed a consent form before you came in here, didn't you?
You forced me to sign it.
Anyway, Iris, I have some things I want to ask you.
What?
So, alright, okay, so this is where we're gonna call it. We will be questioning her some more after this. And then you should soon be getting to the end of this route. Menu, let's check the menu again. Flowchart this time. And we are in the red route. That's the red route. Though this is considered the blue route. Hold on. Who's smiling? What is that? What is that? Who's smiling? Hold up. Is that supposed to be Ota? I don't like that. I don't like that. He. And then this was the other route that we could be going through when we use the other choice. Yeah, no, the chart is huge, and there's a lot more talking. There's a lot more. This route is going to annoy me because there's going to be a lot of talking. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it so much, so much for you guys watching this. I know you guys are also just really curious about what's happening in this thing. And why is it that people meme on it so much? But it's absolutely 100% worth the journey, I think. So, yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to try singing that for a sec. Alright, good night. Good morning for Missa. Good night for Nemo. I appreciate that you guys are always here to watch my streams. If it was near or this, apparently. Yeah, no, I'm here to experience these things with you guys. I've experienced them, but I also want you guys to experience them. And if this is one way to get you guys to understand what's happening, then might as well, Yeah. Bye. Good night. Night night.